money we be spending and money we be stacking. Gon' put up all these Franklins and we gon' spin these Jacksons. Girls on stage making change, make it rain. We like clothes, good food, champagne, entertaining. We don't ever ask for much except trust. Women lust. Every time a real nigga call your phone, pick it up. Ayy. Yeah. Yeah. This that girl, where you going? I'ma need a moment.
The Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Marty Lee. To my left, I got my dog, TJ, Tajan Jamal.
Yerp.
To my right, I got my dog, Tevin in the building. What it do?
Yes, sir.
As we are recording live from Collective Studios, Studio E to be exact. Before we go any further, I just want to shout out everybody that subscribes already. And I just want to mention, pass it along to a friend, a family member, you know what I'm saying? Because we dive into a few different topics here. So you can follow us at Collective Studios 318 and also the Perspective Pod on Instagram. So, fellas, we at the end of the month already. We at the end of the month.
Man.
How y'all feeling, man? Like, as we approaching, fall is officially here. How are y'all feeling? What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts here as this month is coming to a close?
Glad summer over. Glad summer's. I know for us, we don't really start to feel the coolness until late October. Yeah. But even then, we still get the little jump up in there and shit like that. But nah, man, I'm feeling good, feeling happy, getting ready for we throwing a Halloween party next month. Me and the missus. Yeah, so I think that should be that's a first for us. I think that should be dope. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully y'all can make it, man.
Halloween parties are great. I ain't gonna lie. I was actually looking at costumes the other night.
Man, my nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm down to two options. You know what I mean? And one is super bright, and I don't think I want to wear that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm not gonna use that for anything else, ever again.
I think it come stand out real quick.
And then the other one is kind of is retro. I'll put it like that. So, T, what you doing for Halloween, bro?
Nothing, but I heard a party.
Yeah, yeah.
Please come.
Halloween, what I'm doing? On Halloween, I know.
Well, Halloween in the middle of the week this year.
Yeah, but on Halloween at the church, we pass out candy, have the little kids out there running around, free food and stuff for everybody. So that's what I be working at. But as far as anything else outside of that, I'm doing nothing.
All right.
But I'm always down to dress up and hit a party or two.
Dog, the year that I threw the Halloween party, I ain't going front. No.
I think I was in Houston for that one.
Yeah, you was in the Asian for that one. Now I ain't going front. If due to circumstances at the party, the prize went to women. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
If those circumstances weren't what they were, T would have won that because he came dressed as Django in the blue suit.
Oh, yeah. I actually think I saw a picture on your Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. I was like, all right.
I don't know where this thing found this electric blue suit from.
Man, somewhere in the mall, they texted me on that suit too. I was like, God, dog. Bro, I wore this one time. It was too big. And I was like, I got to get it.
I couldn't tell. It looked like he got it tailored. You know what I'm saying?
I had to. That's what made the price go up. They had to. She sized me wrong, dog. So then, because I put it on, I was like, this don't fit. So then she went back and did alterate and add them on. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, bitch, you fucked up.
Yeah.
She got me, but I was like, oh, well, one time, I was like, my first Halloween party, I'll take that on the chin. Pop. Y'all ain't even think. I said to myself, but I was like, I'll take that hit. And so, yeah, it was cool, though. Good party. Great party.
Great party. Great party. Fantastic party.
Yes, sir.
I really, I'm glad you're throwing a party that you and your missus are throwing a party this year. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite, holiday.
Bro, this is the first time I get to dress up in I don't know how long. Because I always was just working on some shit or doing other things, doing something for the kids or something. So when she said that, she said, let's do a Halloween party this year. Like, you sure? Well, yeah, I say, fuck it, let's do it. Let's see how it goes.
Fucking right.
Yeah, man.
Fucking right. Thank you.
Thank you, because I needed a reason to look for outfits.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not like for real. I was really looking for costumes, and I'm glad y'all doing it. So I'm split. So in between what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna just flip a coin and just see wherever it lands on. So I'm gonna just see how it go. One involves a mask. I'm a mask, so I just don't like being like hot underneath, like you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So
it's that shit Louisiana, but it's cool, but not all that cool, man.
Right. So, but yeah, so unfortunately, and fortunately, I guess you could say, things have continued to spiral, and the Diddy case is getting, I don't want to say thicker, but slippery. But this is a slippery slope here. This is a real slippery case right here, there, pal. So, a lot of clips are starting to come or resurface back to the internet from old interviews and old short clips from his parties and stuff like that, and it's just getting nastier by the day. And it's, at one point last week after we recorded, it seemed like it was by the hour. Like it looked like by the hour, like three old videos would resurface. So that what are some of the things that y'all have seen in regards to his alleged behavior? And so
the fact that we still laughing at this the way that we are is crazy.
So what do y'all think about it? First of all, what do y'all think about the jokes? Are the jokes still funny? Like, because I see there's a rhetoric of some people like, man, that shit corny. Y'all need to stop putting the jokes in the timeline.
The baby oil stuff, the certain baby oil skits and stuff, that kind of got played out quick because everybody was doing them so fast. Yeah. But like, as far as just the regular getting their jokes off about anything, man, it's still funny. I'm gonna laugh regardless.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what. But I'm with you with the baby oil skits and shit. Even the baby was doing I think it's directing a video, and he did somewhere he dropped baby oil off a bag, and it's just like, all right, like, we get it, but come on, man. They had that one nigga that was just, you saw he had like all those bottles sitting there, had himself glazed up or whatever, and then he had some pause. So glazed up like a motherfucker. And then he said, I think the caption said, sorry I was late coming from like the Diddy party or something, and they woke his ass off. Pause.
I see.
They went off on him like, bro, you want to spend all this money on this baby oil for a joke that's not even funny? But
that's 4 days late, 4, 5. Like, if you ain't get, I'm like, that's one you had to get early. Yeah. Like, the first 2, you had about 48 hours to get your video off. After that, it's kind of like, all right. Yeah. Unless you just done funny, but for the most part, it was like, all right, bro. All right, we get it. He had 1,000 bottles.
That's still wild.
Alleged. According to some of the people on the internet, allegedly baby oil. It might not have been it.
That's what I was about to say. I saw something where a guy was saying that it wasn't actually baby oil, it was drugs.
Whoa.
He was like liquid.
Yeah, it was just like, he said, think about it. He said, why would they they like announce it and then like confiscate it? You know what I'm saying? It was just like, so no, it was actual drugs in this or whatever. So like, I never thought about it like
Kentamine or some shit like that. But I know.
Yeah. So
I heard it could have been all types of. I heard something called GHB for the first time. And I'm like, what is that? What was another thing? Liquid. Somebody said liquid cocaine. I was like, okay, I'm not in the drug world, but I ain't even know that existed. And they had another thing that they were saying it probably could have been, but something that you rub, I guess. Oh, somebody was saying it was something that he could have took some, or you could take some and just like drop it in a drink. So it could have been a liquid like that. Because I'm like, they wouldn't just. How can you just rub that on random? Like everybody rubbed that with that, but they were saying it might have been able to take some and put it in a drink. So alleged, all this is alleged.
All alleged. And in regards to that too, they're saying that there are some high level celebrities that have gone around and introduced themselves to other celebrities to introduce. They've used some women to introduce other celebrities to Puff. Basically meaning like the woman, I'm not going to say these women name, but these women have been like the vehicles to introduce these up and coming artists to Puff.
Okay.
So which is wild, and there's several clips you talking about the one at the all white party when he was on the balcony earlier.
Oh, that ain't funny.
And yeah, I saw a clip where he was at a college graduation, and he was like, yeah, you know, I know I'm not gonna be up here too long. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, just do what I gotta do. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna get up out of here because, you know, after we finish the ceremony, we gotta go to the party that I'm throwing. And he was like, all the old folks in the front, y'all can come party too, you know, stuff like that. So, and I'm talking about these people are like, well, like 65 plus as professors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a clip that resurfaced from Nori's Drink Champs with Jadakiss and Fab on there, and he was talking about clawing and scratching. Like it's wild. It's wild.
Boy, it's nasty, man.
There's multiple clips that are coming out, and
the one with Bieber is really, really, really creepy.
it's disturbing.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
Yeah,
I never even heard the audio that y'all mentioned last week when y'all was talking about the possible him and Meek shit or whatever.
God.
Like literally the next day, I was on Twitter and like that was the thing that popped up. I was like, "Is this what type? Oh shit! Okay,
yeah, I can't unhear it.
okay, like yeah."
I don't never want to hear whatever that video was.
I don't want
in
to
my
see
life.
it. Yeah, don't want to see it. I don't want to see the consequences of that video at all.
Yeah,
And Meek looks bad in the light too, because did y'all see that tweet from him earlier this week? I had to tell the nigga shut up on the timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
stop it, buddy.
yeah, like he's offering money to investigate why people are attaching his name.
Right? Why they aren't saying nobody? The feds are already investigating. You don't have to hire nobody to go investigate why you in it. If you in it, they gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Give it a few weeks. Get that paper in the mail.
Yeah,
you gonna find out.
Get that knock at the door. One of the two.
That's subpoena coming. That's subpoena coming if you in there.
Y'all think Mary J on the way out?
She did announce a retirement tour.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
She announced a retirement tour and album. There's also a video going around that said that she was into it too. That's how she got a scar on her face over there on the left side. But Mary J, she has been through some things. I'm about to say that probably from my boy Casey, man. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that Mary was signed to Death Row. You know what I'm saying? And
she was signed to Diddy too, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then after the whole thing with Suge and Pac happened, like she got up out of the deal somehow, some way. And then ended up back over on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild. It's wild.
I miss just being a fan, not hearing none of this shit. Like
Usher deleted tweets, and then came back with the classic "I was hacked."
Right.
Did Pink come back yet? She did the same thing.
I just saw that earlier today. Like it's really wild.
Then they probably get called in too because the one guy forgot Jason Lee.
Yep.
He told. Well, he just said everybody, because you know he be at the parties and all that, so he told on everybody, well, I don't know if he was at them parties, but he told on everybody who was at the parties that he been to, he said, man, I've seen Jay-Z, Beyonce, this person, this other artist, this lady, this man. I was like, oh, so y'all all might be getting a call from the feds. He told everybody he saw that.
Does it feel like anytime something major happens, like J and B are the two people that they like people just go to or gravitate to like automatically? Like, no, I know them niggas had something to do with it. Like every time something big happens, especially like on the East Coast area, like it's always them two. It's just like, man, like y'all are really wanting them niggas to just be taken down or whatever. Like I don't know if it's because of they're too powerful or because like my wife was saying that one day. She was just like, well, Diddy and Jay used to run together all the time. I was like, where? When? I was like, I don't remember saying that. I'm not saying it's not true. I just never seen him attached to Diddy. I was like in any way, shape, or form to where it looked like it was something I had to be thinking about on a constant. I don't know, but
the only thing that I can really tie them to, like in my head, that off of like memories, just off the top of my head, is just like the Rock Nation brunch, because Puff would always be there at Rock Nation brunch, and of course that's around Grammy time. But I mean that makes sense because it's music. But I mean, it's weird. It's strange, and you know what they say about the Rock Nation brunch. It's a big gathering.
But no brunch.
Yeah, but no brunch. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never seen a waffle on nobody.
Never seen no
I done seen buku drinks. I ain't seen no chicken tender, no
bingo.
waffle, no strawberry, no syrup,
no powdered donuts.
I ain't seen no food.
And Cali be in that bitch like a motherfucker. I know he hungry.
He be the one giving the speeches.
Yeah, but one thing about they be, they say Diddy and Jay-Z, hang out or whatever. But like, I mean, when you at a certain level, when your money is at a certain level, it's certain people you gonna have access to kind of be around. Not saying you be around them all the time, but like certain events and certain things, they gonna be there because I'm worth $1 billion, you worth $750 million. We probably be, and you do music, I do music. We probably gonna be in the same.
It's rare air.
Yeah, in vicinity. I mean, you ain't gonna see too many times Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, Diddy, whatever the heck you want to call him, and
Dr. Dre, just like
Dr. Dre will be there. Like, no disrespect, but my boy Trick Daddy, most likely he ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, facts.
like he ain't gonna be with them because it's a certain pay scale that this is what we do.
Tiers, man.
Yeah, certain tiers. Because we out here talking about this or getting this done, and we got access to this because of our whatever.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be. Some people ain't gonna be around in that time, and then whenever they ask, people gonna take pictures. So picture make it seem like somebody was with you. Like, man, this picture was taken 18 months ago, dog. Like,
also true.
It's crazy. It's real crazy, and unfortunately, it's things are going to keep spiraling out of control. I hope if you enjoy some of those records and stuff, I hope you hear those with different ears now because I know I hear them differently.
I'm about to go back and listen.
And
I want to go see what you're talking about.
If you enjoy the music, you better buy it now. You know what I'm saying, or download it like some people used to do back in the day.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? So, so moving from that case to another case, Young Dolph's trial has started. The killing of Young Dolph, and man, dog, I miss Young Dolph, bro.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Young Dolph. He was one of my favorites for real. You know what I'm saying? And so obviously, there was a tweet that I want to just read off, and it rings true. You know what I'm saying? And it's this person his name is blacked out. It says every single young nigga needs to be watching this Dolph trial. A bunch of broke ass niggas killed one millionaire on behalf of another millionaire for $100K that none of them ever got.
Nope.
And now every single person involved is telling on each other. Really sums up the streets.
Wow.
End quote. You know what I mean? And that's
that's heavy.
It's so true. You know what I'm saying? Because these young dudes, they get in the streets and they crashing out. Young dudes, I'm talking about 15, 14, 16, 17. They crashing out behind what they say another man will do. Meanwhile, that man or woman that you plan on harming hasn't even done nothing to you, nor have you ever even come across contact with them for them to really bother you. So, what are your thoughts on the Dolph trial as things unfold, and have y'all even seen anything in regards to it?
The only thing I've seen, I saw it when they showed a video in the courtroom, and I saw what the guy said. Yeah, he got paid $800 out of the how much it was? 40,000 they were supposed to get.
Yeah, I think it was 40K.
Yeah. So all of them pretty much telling exactly what happened. They trying to get that time reduced because you going to jail. You're on camera. It's filmed. They know it was you. So most of them just trying to plead their case, tell them what happened, why they did it, so they can get that sentence that they're gonna get reduced. But it's just a sad story that over this 2 black people got really killed over this, and then now more are going to jail over just words in the I ain't gonna say words in the street because they did try to shoot the man 100 times before.
Yeah.
So what hate and what jealousy pretty much at the end of the day can do.
Yeah.
It's like that's what to me that's what it sounded like. It sounded like Dolph was doing his thing. The other guy was doing his thing, and apparently, what most people saying is Gotti ain't like that. He was doing his thing without him. And then that's where that whole little riff kind of got started. So Yeah, just sad to see, but like what everybody really needs to take away is that like the streets don't end well. They don't end well. Because when you do all that, then you go to trial, all the gangsters have always told, like even in the movies, all the gangsters end up snitching. All the mob people and somebody in there snitched on, end up telling what happened. All the even one of our favorite movies, my boy, dang it, what his name is? Wesley. What he played in? New Jack City.
New Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he lied, he was told. He said, "Hey, he did it." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But everybody,
educated brother at the bank.
Yeah, everybody tells the other drug dealer. I forgot. All the big black drug dealers from like Detroit and all them back in the day, Chicago, all them told. So it ain't no street cred. Everybody gonna tell at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be like the gangsters, but the gangsters end up telling. So that's what you want to be. You want to do something dumb, go to jail, do something dumb, tell on everybody else, and all y'all go to jail.
Yes, sunk the whole operation. Now,
all right,
like, for real.
You know what I'm saying? You were quote quote being solid for 6 months to 3 years. Now that point in time for you being down or being solid, however you want to put it. Now you facing 30 to life. As a young boy,
life ain't even started yet.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I can attest to that too. What you saying, T? You know what I'm saying? I'm 31. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just feel like now I'm starting to get a grasp on what is right to do. You know what I mean? And it's I'd rather it be now than later. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully, none of us or any of our close ones are in that place to realize their mistakes. But yeah, man, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Dolph did talk his shit. Mm-hmm. He definitely did. So I mean, you talk it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say, man, y'all sit there and y'all probably seen the video by now. Hopefully, that video has been taken off the internet. But it's just sad. I just want to say R.I.P. Dolph. Dolph is one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? His music is missed. His energy is missed. Nobody made a presence on the internet like Dolph. Like,
for real.
I would say Dolph and Boosie probably have like the loudest voices on the internet. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to just strictly being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So
kind of attest with what it was that y'all were talking about. Did you see the Boosie and T.I. talking to their son's video?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Yeah. So apparently they was at a T.I. and Boosie both pulled up to King and what's his name, Tootie Raw or something like that. Yeah. They was doing a music video and they had guns at the video shoot. Like, so they pull up just like on some dad shit, like some dads that been through some shit. Talking to them like why the fuck y'all gotta be. Like, why y'all gotta have guns out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, so they legal. King on something. He always gonna talk shit or whatever. He was just like, but it's legal. And he was just like, all right, so you got legal guns, but what about the drugs or whatever? So who gonna claim the guns when 12 pull up or whatever? Like, is it gonna be you? It's gonna be you. Like, somebody gotta claim the guns after that. So just listening to like the way that King was sitting up there laughing, kind of shaking his head like, man, you tripping, Pops, it's not that big of a deal, whoop-de-whoop, or whatever. It's just like, bro, like, you a young nigga and doing this shit for what?
Because you grew up with it.
You know what I'm saying?
The man with the privilege. In the house, he went to jail for this. Your daddy went to jail for guns. Now, granted, his circumstances was different, but he went to jail for guns. The man right here, he done beat murder trials and all that. He went to jail for drugs and all that. Like, it ain't something we heard. It's something we live, dog. Yeah. We trying to keep you from going that way. It's easy for the feds, for them to see that video. Y'all got drugs, y'all got guns. We can combine that charge. You ain't supposed to have guns and drugs.
Now we got a RICO case.
Now we getting y'all for a bigger felony. And he was pretty much telling them too, like, bro, like, why y'all got all this? Like, yeah, I mean, granted, they might rap about it in their video. He was like, I mean, if that's what they want to do, but why y'all got it here? He's like, man, y'all got girls here, dog. Like, what? Like you don't need all that.
Like, yeah.
This is y'all doing all that to get what's already here. Like, you got what you trying to show that you're big and bad, but the girls here already. What? We don't need that. It's like, man, y'all need to just start making what happened to love or something. Make a song about some love. But yeah, man, it was good seeing them two,
really
like,
good to see it.
and good for the public to see that, like, man, that ain't. They was telling like, bro, this ain't cool. This ain't what you, how you operate, dog. Like you looking at it as a game. This ain't a game. This real life. It got real life certain consequences that come with playing with guns and drugs.
Like, you niggas that ain't even got to do it. So thinking about the niggas that don't come from anything, going through that shit, or choosing to pick up like a gun, or choosing to crash out or something like that.
They would die. They would give up their whole life to have your life, dog.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas just out here standing on business. Nigga, for what? You ain't got no business you need to be standing on. Just chill.
You ain't got no business. Y'all got money. You ain't got what business you need to stand on.
Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like King, for example. He don't have to rap about none of that because you've lived a totally different privileged life. Isn't King one of his oldest children?
No, this is youngest.
Like, oh well, hell yeah.
King, he the youngest. I thought he had one younger.
Maybe I'm thinking about. There's one that plays guitar. Maybe he's the younger. Maybe I think that's Major.
And that's the one that make country music, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
King might be the youngest. So, he got the one that kind of rap like J. Cole.
That's the money. Yeah.
Then he got the other one.
I think it's Major. Ain't that like that was his partner, right? That got killed. T.I. partner that got killed. That was like his bodyguard or something.
Bodyguard,
like that. Yeah, like his right hand guy.
Yeah.
I think his name was Major. I think he named him after him or something like that. I could be, but I know King is up there somewhere. Either way, he a young nigga that don't need to be wild and doing the shit that he's doing.
Agreed.
Or whatever. But just to see him choosing that life or whatever, and then seeing the people that decided to, like, yo, I'm just gonna take out Dolph for this nigga that made the phone call for $40K, only get paid $800.
$800.
Took a man life for $800, and like now you about to go do. Your life is completely destroyed from here on out. Like
your whole family life changed.
Yeah,
that's a shift at Target. That's 8 shifts or 6 shifts at Target and some overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Like for real.
That's a week. Yeah, that's a week.
That's a week of pay.
That's a week of pay. You could went to work for 1 week and got that.
It's literally a week of pay.
They got a discount.
Yeah, at Target, like my nigga, you don't
right,
know
and
how much
you at Target too. Yeah. The women you gonna see while you working there,
the ones that work there and the
customers. You went it on all sides.
Target is a haven. Target and coffee shops are havens, but if you know, you know.
Quick breaking news here. Eric Adams from New York, the mayor, has been indicted.
What?
Yeah.
He was at the Diddy party?
Who knows? But that just came in.
Damn,
I got no facts on anything on that yet, but he has reportedly been indicted in NYC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he got some fuck shit going
through. Federal corruption investigation. Oh, he was
tied to, who was his man's? The bishop. He was tied to the bishop up there that was getting off and scamming motherfuckers. Yep. That he just got, I think he just got sentenced not long ago.
Yeah, they starting to throw boys away. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in no kind of positions of power. You know what I'm saying? They gonna find something. If you did it, they gonna come find you. You know what I'm saying? So
I wonder if this got something to do too. Maybe even because I saw something on the news today. The guy who was giving out COVID mandates in New York or whatever. He was outside in the streets when he was telling people to be at home. He was at sex parties and everything.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they got him on video. He had to resign. Well, he got fired.
Wow.
I wonder if that got something to do with it too. I don't know.
It might. You never know. So just while we piggybacking off of a music video there, in regards to what y'all were saying, and that's important. First of all, shout out to T.I. and Boosie for stepping up and being fathers. You know what I'm saying, and saying to their sons, okay, stop the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rap about it, okay, I guess rap about it, but don't show it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
right. You can't. Right. It's harder to go to jail from with words than with
visual proof. Yeah. You indicting yourself, but I guess that's what these young kids do. They love these cameras. They love the cameras on the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's just them. But piggybacking off of them, piggybacking off of music. I meant to talk about this the other week, but Babyface Ray dropped the album titled "The Kid That Did." I'm not gonna lie, I'm really rocking with it. I'm really rocking with it. It's 20 tracks on there. I pulled 12 of them off of there.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's nice.
The album, it really flows. I'm gonna be honest. I try to not listen to too many artists that are younger than me because what can you really be rapping or singing about? Whatever. I mean, of course, like singing is singing. If it's R&B, then that's R&B.
Right.
That's one thing. But if you're just rapping, it's not much that you can rap about that I genuinely want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Get that.
you know what I'm saying? For Face Ray to put out this album right here, I've picked up a few other singles, like years leading up to this, but this is maybe like the first full body of work where I've been like, yeah, like this is actually music to ride to. You know what I'm saying? It's music to cruise to. You can clean your house to, whatever and however you enjoy music. If you're working out, whatever, you can just pop this in and you know what I'm saying.
Add that while we're here.
You can go ahead and listen to that. Also along the way, my dog Future Hendrix, he's back again.
Yes, sir.
Titled with the mixtape title, Mixtape Pluto, and this is another one. 17 tracks. I would say like the first 6-7 songs, they all like exactly what you would hear from 2014, 2015. Future, like the beats is hitting, it's the street shit that you will want to hear. I put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that that's the conversation because I got the same feel. I was just like, yo, this sounds like old Future right here. I'm fucking with this.
Yeah.
That's when I really started. Like DS2 was my first full on project, and I was just like, okay, if I'm fucking with this, let me go back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, all right, yeah, I'm fucking with this shit. So listening to that, I was like, oh yeah, it's that good little feel. I like dark thoughts, Hendrix, man. Like, that should be nice, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So have y'all came across any other tunes from any other genre that y'all just been listening to, and it don't even have to be new, but just anything that or have y'all been back on like old discographies or anything?
That's mostly it for real. I'm a huge Rhapsody fan, so I've been spinning Eve lately a whole lot.
Yeah.
Some fabulous old soul tapes and shit. Them hoes dropped.
Classic work.
But for the most part, the album this year that's just been in rotation is Blue Lips. I cannot turn that album off to save my life, even if I try to.
Yeah.
Try to go and listen to what's my man, Mick Jenkins. I listened to this tape that dropped earlier this year. Recently, that shit is fucking fire.
Come on.
But again, like I said, I just keep going back to Blue Lips. I wish it can get like that Grammy push. Remember the Grammy push that Killer Mike got last year? Yeah. So I wish you can get that same thing. So I think that it's on that tier, as far as like the music and the quality and everything else that comes along with that. I really do think that he has the best project, if not one of the best projects that's dropped so far. But yeah, that's what I've been on, man. Those couple of projects there.
T, anything you've been listening to lately?
Only thing I've been listening to, man, I've been listening, the last few months, I've just been on the Russell heavy, dog. He dropped so much, like I be trying to keep up. So that's who I just be really on, because he'll drop something every drop a song every 3-4 days. Mm-hmm. So that's who I really just, music-wise, I've been on like heavy for the past, I would say probably this past whole year. I just been on a lot of, listen to a lot of the Russell and
he fires too.
Yeah, bro. I got it. He got it. If he have a show, I got to go whenever he come back. He was in Houston. I missed him. I didn't know he was gonna be out there.
Yeah.
But whenever he come back down south,
that's the thing with music. Like it's hard to be able nowadays to be able to pick up and say like when our artist is actually coming. Like I guess because we don't hear it on like radio and we don't really watch it on it. You would see tour things on TV and commercials, but I guess I'm going to assume that a lot of that both y'all watch YouTube, like I watch YouTube, but like it's not marketed on YouTube like tours or marketed on YouTube. It's like Instagram ads only. That's the only way that I see a tour. So I hope that eventually changes in the music industry as things continue to go forward with everything. But
I watch a lot of interviews. Listen for them when they talk about on their interviews there. Yeah.
And it's only so many more platforms that's worthwhile watching. How do you?
Oh, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ask it, and this isn't even on the topic list. But how do y'all feel about Charlamagne?
Charlamagne, I love him.
Current day, Charlamagne.
I love him in his element on Breakfast Club because I feel like he that's when I like him in that element. And even like sometimes when I watch Brilliant Idiots, I watch that sometimes. But I like him in his element on there as far as because on his show, because I feel like he does have a lot of good questions, and I get a lot of good information from the guests from his questioning. And then he also, he gonna throw the wild stuff in there, but we know he gonna say something wild.
Yeah.
But that's the best way I like to consume stuff from him, is off the strictly pretty much the Breakfast Club. But I feel like that's where he's most effective as far as me as a listener to him.
Yeah.
Depending on the artist. I'm like, all right, this is somebody I want to see Charlamagne talk to. But ever since like his mental health kick, that started being like, I don't want to say oversaturated in this conversation or whatever. Because I'm good with him coming in saying, like, how's your mental health? How's everything going on? Or whatever. Then, like, they play off of that. But when Big Sean recently sat down with him, I didn't watch it because I knew that was going to be majority of the conversation because of what Big Sean has been talking about. So I'm just like, But like Tev said, but like I have to agree, like when he's in his bag with the questions, it like he get them shits off and get the person talking, get them off their back a little bit, get them uncomfortable and shit, and then it just leads to, all right, joke, nice ass question or whatever. So it's just depending on who it is. I'm willing to sit there and listen to him, but yeah.
Yeah, but back on what you said, like the long interviews he do, I don't watch. The only one I ever really remember watching is the one years ago with Gucci Mane. That's the only like long interview I ever sat and watched him do. But other than that, I don't know. It just don't. They just don't do it for me.
Yeah, that's what. I think the only long format interview that I watched is the one with Travis Scott right after that Astroworld incident. I did watch that one, and that one was alright. But I asked that because Charlamagne tends to ask a lot of. I feel like he asks a lot of like indicting questions. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like trick an artist into saying, "Oh, I did this or I did that, or I may have been involved with X, Y, Z," and things like that. I don't know. I just in between those serious questions and the weird questions or the weird statements, like he'll try and slip some of those questions, those indicting questions in there. Okay. I just feel like that has really, of course, the Breakfast Club has changed over the years. Yeah. Because I remember there was a time in 2012, 13, 14, 15, they were on fire. Like that was.
I'm always going to Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it seemed like every day they were dropping new heat with somebody, and it was a 40-minute, 50-minute, anywhere up to an hour and a half, depending on who it was. So, dog, I don't know why, but the first Breakfast Club interview that I really remember hearing is Ray J. And
I think that was the first Breakfast Club interview.
That one that said everything else.
So, shout out to Ray J, the original gangster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just wanted to see what y'all are listening to as of late, because, and speaking of Big Sean too, that body of work, project album, whatever you want to call it, that came and went. I haven't heard anybody speak about that.
Bro, I listened to it. I listened to it straight through, I think twice. Like, he probably got like 2, maybe 3 songs that for me, that kind of like, okay, I can go back and listen. Okay, I'll listen to that again. But other than that, it kind of like, it just came with it. It ain't feel like as, what's the word? Like, it didn't grab me. Like, I couldn't make something didn't feel like something wasn't connecting, like, to me when I was listening
like
to
it. Was
and I love
subject matter, yo.
Yeah, and I love Big Sean. I didn't bought his albums, like paid for him. So I love Big Sean, but I was like, that album, I was like, yeah, dog, that one ain't.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
That ain't it.
Yeah,
that's not the one, my boy.
It ain't your best work, bro.
Yeah, not at all.
And I don't know. I hope Sean is able to get it together. But even like how we were just saying about Instagram ads and tours and stuff like that, I didn't even see no Instagram promo. Now I don't. No, I'm
you talking about the album?
Yeah, like I didn't see no kind of promo for that. I didn't see it from, because I don't follow like blogs and stuff like that, but I follow like HipHop pages that'll say like that'll post things about the music industry and stuff like that, and I didn't see none of that anywhere. So
the craziest thing was he was actually doing some promotion.
Damn.
It was just overshadowed Drake and Kendrick just from the
Every time.
moment that shit started, like he was right there trying to get some shit off. It was like, oh shit, Sean coming. Oh wait, what? Kendrick said what? No, whatever. And ever since then, it was just overshadowed. Even, again, part of the conversation I had with Charlamagne was that or whatever. Charlamagne was just like, man, you ever felt like that shit was stepped on? It was just like, well, it was stepped on. Like no matter what the fuck was going on. So yeah, he did some promotion for it. I shared a couple things because I was looking forward to hearing it. But like I said, it just felt like repeated subject matter. It's like, all right, man, I get it. You went through some shit. You mad. You don't fuck with Ye anymore. Like, everything's changed. You got a kid. You got your girl. You're not married. Like, okay, we get that, man. Get to the shit, though. Like, let me hear you rap again, man. Like, get to the shit that I know that you good
That
at.
Detroit shit.
Yeah, man. Detroit was fire.
Yeah, Detroit and the Dark Skies.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. I think that was my favorite album that year. Because they had a lot of good albums come out that year. I was like, whatever that was. All of that, I think he had. I was like, he arguably had, if not the best one, at least the second best one. I think that was the same year. Was that the same year? J. Cole had
Born City.
Yeah, that album. Boy, that album. That year was crazy for music. I was like, but I think Sean. I think he got this probably the second best album.
Yeah,
Drake dropped that year too.
Yeah, that was Nothing Was the Same. You know, so like that was a lot of good music up in the year. That year was the year Chris Brown released
Wale dropped
X,
I think
the album X, and Wale he always puts out quality music, and it just flies under the radar. But I do see spikes of Wale's music too from time to time, and that's dope to see.
He just put out a little 3-pack, I think, or 2 or 3 pack.
He finna go on. He
going on tour. Yeah.
Wale, I'm not going front, and this wouldn't even. But this is good. This is a good combo. Like Wale may have been. Wale is now going to hold a core memory in my life from this point forward, because the day Kobe died, I was already going to a Wale show.
Oh, wow.
And for Wale to hold a show at the House of Blues, like that day, and to remember how the crowd had all their Kobe's on, they had their Kobe jerseys, Mamba Mamba that. Wale, he turned all the lights into the House of Blues to purple and gold.
Wow.
And like his backdrop for his entire show, which was, he did like a full hour up there. It was like Kobe pictures, like floating around in the background. Like that was by far one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life.
That was in New Orleans?
That was in Houston.
I was at work that day.
Yeah, that was a core. That's a core memory. You know what I'm saying? And that was a heavy day. You know what I'm saying? And then double back a couple months later, then we lost Hustle. You know, so I mean, it's wild. It's wild. But as we transition away from music, the WNBA playoffs, they have started, and of course, the Las Vegas Aces, they have advanced already. They went ahead and they played the Seattle Storm. They won their series 2-0. The Minnesota Lynx, they played the Phoenix Mercury. They won their game already, and also
2-0, I believe.
Yeah, and then also in regards to the Connecticut Sun, they went ahead and swept Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever, got them up about the paint. So Connecticut moves on. The Las Vegas Aces move on. At least one team in Vegas is winning. The New York Liberty, they beat the Atlanta Dream. And so the only series that we're really waiting to wrap up is let's see here. Let me see if there's been an update to that since we've been potting. Game 2 between the Lynx and the Mercury, that's still going on right now. So the semifinals is set at least for between the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces, and the Sun, Connecticut Sun, they're waiting on the winner between the Lynx and the Mercury. So once again, Asia Wilson dominates. One time for Asia Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Because not only did she get unanimous league MVP, but she got unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. So one time for Asia Wilson.
Man.
She's a
I'll
dog.
fight Bam, son. I beat his ass. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Keep that nigga in his leg. Boom.
I don't care nothing about that boy, son.
Shit, son.
Perk, I know you listening, but I don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, she ain't got no ring. She for the game.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's facts. That's facts. So one time for Asia Wilson, and unfortunately, I'm not sure if we did cover this or not prior to TJ coming on to the show, but Angel Reese, she did break her wrist, so she did not finish the regular season, and the Sky ended up missing the playoffs. But
I think we know how the Rookie of the Year race is going to end. And now, unfortunately, at this point. But
it was over, man. It was over with. After that 5-game, 7-game winning streak, after the break, it was over with.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm happy for the WNBA. They're in talks of expansion already.
Good
Yeah,
for
they're
them.
going to.
There's one team in Toronto, and I think there's another team in Portland. I think that's
Yeah, I think they was Portland. Yeah, I heard them say the other day, they going somewhere.
Good for them. Go ahead.
But it's time to go ahead and bring the comics back. Like,
Got
what
to, bro.
What are we doing?
Like, what
the
even
best
happened?
the most successful franchise in WNBA history.
What the hell, bro? I was in Houston for 10 years before I even realized that they weren't even there anymore. I was like, one day, I think I was just out having a drink with some friends. I was like, yo, what happened to the comic?
Yeah.
And they was like, they don't exist anymore. Why? I don't know. Somebody got to know something.
The owners, probably bad ownership.
Oh, damn. Back to 4 championships, back to back.
Started off the W with 4 straight.
Yeah.
It says, according to Google, it says the Houston Comets WNBA team was disbanded in 2008 due to financial issues and poor ownership. The Comets owner Leslie Alexander sold the team to Hilton Koch in 2007. Koch was unable to find a buyer, so the WNBA took over the team. The economics of women's sports were different in the early days of the WNBA, and many teams were not financially stable, which is all true.
Yeah.
And there is, I don't want to call it the Caitlin Clark effect because it's this year's rookie class effect overall. And of course we know Caitlin Clark, she is helping to push the tickets and all that type of shit, and
It's
move certain games to arenas, but it's the entire class that they have because now the WNBA they finally have their bird and magic.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They do.
So,
yep.
To come in and save the day. So shout out to Asia Wilson. I just wanted to make sure we shine that spotlight on the ladies' game as we love the ladies. And we love the ladies over here at the Perspective Podcast.
You did.
As we transition over to football, it's some NIL scandals going on here. Tev, take it away.
Oh, so how many people we got? I think we on up to 3 people left. The college teams today because apparently they ain't got the money from the that they were promised from the school. So we got 2 from UNLV, the quarterback, and I think one of the running backs. They left. The quarterback left because he said he didn't get his. He said he's supposed to get $100,000. He ain't got it yet. School's saying. Or whoever's saying from the school is saying, nah, we gave him the money he was supposed to get. So he said, all right, I'm going here, red shirt, and dip out before, I lose this year of eligibility. Running back, he said, his NIL's tied to his playing time and he can't get enough playing time because they got like 4 running backs that they play. So he said, all right, I'm going to go ahead, dip. And then the guy from USC, I don't know what he said his reasoning was, but it's looking like it's probably the same reason as
no guarantee the money that was guaranteed.
The quarterback. Like I ain't got my money, so I'm about to go. So I don't know what's about. What I think about to happen is about to get ugly. Like people just about to start. They ain't got what they're supposed to get. They just gonna start leaving because they like y'all promised me something. Y'all ain't give it to me. I'm gone. Because first of all. If I'm leaving for the money, I only came for the money anyway.
Right.
So I'm just going ahead and go somewhere else. And there's gonna be a whole bunch of that going on for the next I don't know how many years because NCAA they don't have a hold on this NIL thing. Like nobody can tell you who is supposed to pay, like who's supposed to pay what and who's responsible to pay who. It's just like pretty much coaches can now like right now sell you a dream. Hey, come to the school, we'll give you $400,000, you know what I'm saying? Take care of you. All right, cool. Sign on that line, you get down to the school, you ask them, all right, man, all right, you say y'all gonna, what my money at? Oh, it's coming, it's going away, we gotta do this and do that. Then you ask again, where the money at? And they like, we ain't got it. And like, well, wait, you said we have it. Oh, I mean, we can give you this, but we ain't got $400,000. And you just out there like, and then you can't go to, ain't no court to go to like, hey, they said they owe me. They said they was gonna give me $400,000. They're like, well, they tell you who you gonna get it from. You're like, no. They're like, okay, so who's supposed to give you the money? I don't know. Somebody just said I'm supposed to get $400,000. So they have like no NIL, like the rules. They have like no real regulations as far as like, because there's the NIL compliance at every school, and then there's like the coaches. So the coaches can say something, but the compliant people have no clue. And who's supposed to pay for this? Is it supposed to be the boosters? Is it supposed to be the school? Who's supposed to give you the money?
Yeah.
So it's about the next. It's gonna be a bad thing going on for the next about 5 to 10 years with this NIL stuff, because the school's trying to. What happened? They try to get in, and they try to get a piece of that money that they're gonna lose, because the kids can directly go to somebody and get out NIL, but the school's trying to finesse their way in it so I can get at least a piece of this and control some of this money that you don't really need. You don't need us for, because I can get an NIL off my. NIL is really for me to make money off me.
Right.
But if I can come in and do something to make sure that the money comes through me and I funnel it to you, it's pretty much so I can keep most of it on the front end and just pay you out the scraps.
What shit, man?
What you think, TJ?
I think this shit is, like you said, messy.
Yeah.
It's super messy, especially when this shit is word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. It's like there's no contract there. There's no like what were paying these niggas at first? So who was paying the players at first? Was it the boosters? Was it like random people that was coming? Like who was putting the envelope under the back tire? Like you know what I'm saying?
Like who was there? Like
you know what I mean?
Like, but now they don't know. Now they don't know how to get the kids the money.
Because the quarterback from for UNLV, the offensive coordinator told him that.
And he was promised $100,000.
Yeah,
$100,000 in Vegas.
You know what I mean? Boy, hey nigga, let me get that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a tax-free state.
You know what I'm saying? Three games in, 3-0, and the way that your whole situation is set up, like you have an opportunity to make the playoffs, and you just like, yo, fuck that, I'm not gonna do it. Oh man,
mind you, like this is just football that we're looking at this in. This isn't
basketball ain't even starting yet.
And basketball is where it's really going to be bad, because basketball is one and done central. Well, I don't even want to call it one and done, but it's what college basketball basically starts in October. So October, November, December, January, February, March.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months, 7 months if you're really lucky. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you might as well we can round it up to 9 months of being in school, because if you depend on when you get to campus. But like this is just football that we're talking about. This isn't baseball. This isn't track. This isn't swimming. This isn't gymnastics. This isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't.
And they got people making bread in all of those sports, like every last one of them.
There was something that I read over there in regards to the NIL, and it said that the NCAA is trying to mandate where they're giving $40 million to the school. It's like $40 million or $80 million to each school, and then the school lets those the school therefore divvies up how they want to break up that $80 million or $40 million. But if y'all know, like I know, the majority of that money is going to go to football, because football is it's king. It's the highest ticket prices, jerseys, concessions, and other fees. You know what I'm saying? So I think to really nip this NIL thing in the bud before it rolls onto a huge wildfire, because we're on the way to it, a scholarship is basically a contract. And so your NIL agreement must be put into your scholarship. It's got to be built in. So therefore, the school is held liable, and you know what I'm saying. So you're getting what you want as far as your benefits by signing that NIL deal, and the school is also holding up getting what they want, which is you, the player, to continue to be at the school. Because I think Bianca, shout out to B. She put that in the group last week or the week before, where you remember I said
getting a piece of the ticket price.
The players should get a piece of the ticket price, and now University of Tennessee raised up their ticket prices by 10%, so that the extra 10% goes to all players on the field, on the active roster. So I think that's one part of it.
So they raise the ticket prices so they don't have to pay, but the school can keep all their money, but the consumer has to pay for the product.
So
does that make sense?
So that they're making the players, they're making the fans or the alums, however you want to put it, and hardworking everyday people.
The fans are paying for what the people who have millions of dollars don't want to pay for.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's what I'm saying. It's them schools, bro.
Hey, they will find a loophole.
Man, them schools gonna do whatever they can to get their piece of the money. Like you said, all right. Even with this, like you said, if they each school gets $40 million to do whatever. All right, cool. You gave me $40 million. I'm gonna give some. I'm gonna get this to this. You. Who's gonna come back and check to see if I gave out this whole $40 million?
Right. Because isn't it like 100? My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, who's gonna come back and see how I divvied up this $40 million? Did I give it all? Did I give it all away? Like, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I probably some of that money still gonna be sitting in the account. And just like I was talking to Perk earlier, he was here about like how they're gonna start trying to be pretty much the middleman for the stuff. So what they're gonna do is, I can say example LSU. If I'm an LSU player, I can go directly to Raising Cane's and say, "Hey, look, this is me. I play for LSU. You know, y'all paid me this amount of money. I can do a commercial for you or whatever."
Yep.
What LSU probably will want to do is go to Cane's first.
Yeah.
And be like, "Look, you give us this much. You know what I'm saying? And what we'll do is we'll make sure we send these guys to you, kind of funnel you to go do certain events, and we'll pay them. So you gave us $10 million, but then you say, all right, guys, we got to sponsor them with Canes. They say, all right, we're gonna give everybody $2 million every Canes. $2,000 every Canes interview, every Canes event. You give them to everybody, whoever goes, $2,000. All right, you go to another event, everybody $2,000. You probably gave away $70,000, $80,000, $80,000. I'm say $100,000.
Yeah.
But you got $4 million directly, or whatever million directly from Canes.
Yeah.
But then you like, yeah, man. All right, coach. When we doing another one?
Homecoming.
Yeah, we're gonna do homecoming. Give out a couple more dollars. Then that stopped. Now Canes is probably thinking, well, Canes did the deal with you, so you fulfilled your part, but the kids ain't reap all the benefits of that contract.
Facts.
Y'all got y'all hands in it, so that's what schools gonna be that's what they trying to do now.
Yeah.
But people gotta get smarter to be like, nah, bro, you gonna have to do groundwork. Because NIL is really groundwork. Like, you got to do your own. I'm going to go get my own deal. I'm going to go sign my own autograph. I got to do my own business. Because that's what it's really for, so I can make money off me.
Facts. Yeah, so it's a slippery slope with this whole NIL situation, and it's only going to spiral out of control. I think it's going to get worse before it actually gets better.
It's going to burn in like 10 years, dog. They ain't got no hold on it. It ain't no rules.
Yeah. And then next up, so we got NCAA Week 4. I think the game of the week, and really, it might be game of the season, to be honest, was the Colorado and the Baylor game. Mm-hmm. That was instant classic. You know what I mean? Like, I want to shout out Coach Prime, shout out the Buffs, shout out Shador. You know what I'm saying? Travis Hunter. I mean, Travis Hunter continues to show why he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? And on both sides of the football, like to. First of all, I absolutely loved how Travis flashed out whenever he didn't get the pill. Like, he didn't get the pill, like, in the third quarter. And he was like, you could read his lips. He literally said, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And because
that was the third, or was it the fourth quarter? Because it was crunch. It probably been third, because it was crunch time, dog. And the next possession, they got that thing to him. He makes them happen.
They forced the football to him, you know what I'm saying? And made it happen. Once again, the offensive line looks like junior high kids, you know what I'm saying, going against college athletes. So it's rough out there for Shador. I hope he survives this whole entire season. I really do.
Yeah.
So did y'all get a chance to tune into the game, and what were some of y'all thoughts and takeaways from that one?
Man, I watched it and just a few things to the line. Like you said, the line is bad. I thought they were gonna be a little bit better. I can't tell. It looks the same to me. The offensive line for Colorado. But bruh, Travis Hunter, his ability to just at the college level for sure, just to make plays like on offense. Like I'm not the biggest football person. I don't know if he runs great routes or this and that, but he get open, dog. Mm-hmm. Every time they need him, he get open. He make the big catch. Every time they need him on offense, he come through. On defense, he got the fumble. He be locking his man up because they say he's a better corner than he's a receiver. So he be doing his thing on defense, making all tackles. You know what I'm saying? And then, but just the other person, Shador, bro, he just showed me that, like, it's gonna be hard not to say. To me, when I'm watching, to say he not the best quarterback, because he get the ball where it's like he get the ball like he get them first downs when he needs to with his arm. He can't get them with his legs. I wish he would run more.
Yeah.
But his arm is so good. Like, bro, he be putting that ball exactly where it needs to be, regardless of how bad that line is. He don't never looks rattled. Like when I'm watching him, I'm like, bro, he just looks. If he gets protection, it's like he gonna pick you apart, and he's just accurate.
Yeah.
And even the Hail Mary, the one he threw, the first one first one should have been a touchdown. Dude dropped it. Came right back, just chunked it right in the end zone, perfectly in an area where the person can make a play on it. And that just to me, that just seems like he just got. I don't know what it is, but he just got that thing about him that like stuff.
That
like,
prime factor.
Yeah, like he just got that fact clutch. Yeah, that clutch. Like something good gonna happen. Like I feel good when he got the ball in certain situations.
Yeah,
that Hail Mary was nice too. It was pouring down, raining like a motherfucker.
Pouring.
Right, I ain't realized that to the replay.
Holy shit, yo!
It was pouring rain in the mountains. Like that was crazy to sit there and watch that. And so, well, did you have any thoughts on?
Nah, man. I was trying to. I think I was sitting up there watching that OU Tennessee game, and I couldn't really catch the buffs like I wanted to.
Yeah.
But after watching LSU finally get like a convincing dub. Although we were segueing that area, but finally getting a convincing dub that day, I was just like, all right, man, I think I'll just sit back and just enjoy some football.
Wait, we did? Who we play? I can't remember who we played. We did.
UCLA.
We beat them good. We beat them good. I don't even remember the game.
Convincingly.
34-17.
Yeah. Shout out to the freshman Durham.
That's okay. Yeah, the game he went up.
Bananas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see them do what they had to do. They let Ness throw the ball all over the field, which was good as well. Defense still look a little, you know, but again, they did what they had to do when it was crunch time or whatever. But convincing win there. So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch the Buffs like I wanted to, but. Saw some of the highlights. Travis Hunter being him. As always, that fumble on the goal line was bananas. Like
can't make it up.
Right.
My goodness.
Not all people could knock it out.
Can't make it gracious.
Perfect hit.
Mm-hmm. The news I saw before that was that they both were supposed to wear white jerseys. So it was like, well, who's gonna change? I was like, well, who the hell's at home?
Yeah,
that's the only person that's gonna change. Like,
right. We ain't got no jerseys. That's all we brought.
That's what we brought here. We said we wearing the whites. Like, so yeah, but nah, man. Shout out to Busman. I'm looking forward to what they're playing next week. Should be a good one.
I want to shout out the University of Illinois for beating Nebraska. I don't like Nebraska just because they have a quarterback that reminds everybody of Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
So my Kansas City hate continues.
That was a good one too.
That was a great game.
That was a great Friday night game.
Yeah, that was a real good game for Friday night. So I want to shout out to Illinois for taking care of that for the boy. Michigan ended up beating USC 27-24. Utah beat Oklahoma State. I had the Cowboys in that one, and that just goes to show you just never pick the Cowboys for anything. Don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? So just never pick the Cowboys in absolutely anything. So Tennessee ended up beating Oklahoma, and that game was just it was disgusting. It was a real bad game to watch. Tough game to watch. Archie Manning got his first start. He played against ULM.
Yes, sir.
That stat line wasn't too hot, but I mean it is what it is. Texas still beat the sleeves off of ULM. It was 3-51. Archie threw 2 tutties. He also had 2 picks. And so
first pick early too.
Early.
Shout out ULM making plays on defense. You know what I mean? Despite the 51 point give up.
They did what they could.
Offense, man. Need some help. Control the ball. Control the clock.
That's a fact. So just transitioning over into week 5 coming up. We have a couple games. LSU takes on South Alabama as they get ready for.
We getting them back for the Northwestern. We got y'all. I mean, Harold going for the season, so I'm sad that's gonna hurt us against Alabama. And,
wait, what?
Harold Perkins out for the season. So they said.
Bitch, what?
You ain't know this?
No. Oh my God!
Sorry, breaking news if you didn't.
Oh my God!
And Mom was on Twitter saying that was a HIPAA violation that the world got told, but I'm like, ma'am, college is not under HIPAA.
Miss Mamas,
but,
sit down, please.
College athletes are not subject to HIPAA.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah. So Harold Perkins out for the year. But yeah, so we're about to beat them down for what they did to our people up north.
Beat the sleeves off them, huh? So
my NSU homies and homegirls.
Ain't it, man? So you got week 5, some of the matchups that I'm just scrolling through in the top 25 that stand out.
I feel like Kentucky versus Ole Miss is going to be really good.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have a real good feeling about that one, and I don't know. I'm leaning toward taking Kentucky, even though they're 2-2. But yeah, I'm leaning towards that one because Ole Miss, they haven't played anybody. They're 4-0. They're sitting at number 6 in the country, but they haven't played anybody.
This will be a good challenge. Yeah.
So Oklahoma State, they take on Kansas State. Both of them coming off of a loss. Kansas State got their teeth kicked in by the Mormons at BYU. Arkansas plays Texas A&M. Louisville and Notre Dame, that's 15 versus 16 playing each other.
Okay.
Terrible.
Wisconsin and USC, I don't know. You might want to tune into that one. That's going to be interesting. Stanford versus Clemson being an ACC game is just disgusting. That's a long flight for Stanford to go from Cali all the way over to South Carolina. That's an extremely long flight. Illinois 19 taking on Penn State, number 9. That's
this is the game that Penn State fuck around and lose. They always lose that one game that they should win to keep them up there.
That's right.
This might be the one.
This might be it. That's primetime 6:30 on NBC, and which it's wild because Ohio State plays Michigan State at 6:30 on Peacock, which is the exact same network.
Yeah, for real.
I guess we're playing semantics now. But the game of the week, and I think we're all going to be locked into this one is the Tide versus the Dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Number 2 versus 4. They kick off at 6:30 on ABC. Everybody should be able to catch this one. I don't know. We might have to come up here to the studio for that one. So
That's Saturday?
yeah, that's Saturday.
Well, all right.
So that's, we normally, some Sundays is normally like we be up here on Sundays. Like, yeah, we be up here.
I ain't never been on a Sunday.
Sundays we be up here, and like, of course, I be in here watching like Raider game, in our studio watching the Raider game, and then because we play later in the day. But first half, normally all of us are over there in the main part. So, but yeah, it's a side conversation there. But Dogs versus Tide, 2 versus 4. What are y'all thinking here? What are y'all thinking?
I'm going Georgia. Fuck Bama. Georgia favored by 7 right now. So
that's right.
Yeah, I don't give a damn who coaching Bama. I don't fuck with them.
Roll Tide.
Shit.
Hey man, I mess with LSU, but I can't lie. I can't lie. I love my school, but man, I like Alabama football sometimes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't be a hater all my life. I ain't gonna lie.
Last episode with this.
I ain't gonna lie. I like Alabama.
He been saying Roll Tide too smooth. Like he felt too good about that.
Yeah, they can't do nothing to me now. I'm not better.
You paid your dues.
Yeah, right.
I did my time. They got buku in my bread, so I like they play. I like they players. I like Melrose. I always like their receivers they always had, even though I always liked them as a football team. Yeah. Don't like the school, but as a football team, I respect them.
That's right. I feel that. I don't know. I think I'm rolling with the Dogs on this one because Kirby Smart. I don't like Carson Beck, but I feel like Georgia's defense is just better than Alabama's offense. Yeah. So I think that's eventually what it's going to really come down to.
Oh well, Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia is Georgia until Kirby Smart isn't there.
Who has Bama played so far? Have they played?
Their schedule. Just taking a look at their schedule. I know they played
one decent team like the first week of season like that.
They played Western Kentucky, beat the sleeves off of them, 63-0. They played USF, South Florida, which South Florida that game.
Game right for a little bit.
Yeah, that was a game into the fourth quarter, but that score really doesn't say how close that game really was. Because going into the fourth quarter, that was literally a one-score game. And then they played Alabama went to Wisconsin, and they were off last week. They beat Wisconsin 42-10.
Sound about right.
Alabama always divvy up their schedules where it favors them a little bit. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah. The only and don't get me wrong, like Georgia's coming off a bye week as well. Their last game was Kentucky. They barely got by that one, 13-12. We talked about that one last week. Yeah. The week before that, they beat the sleeves off of Tennessee Tech, and they played Clemson and changed their breaks. Went ahead and took care of them early. Okay. So I don't know. I'm rolling with the Dogs on that one. In regards to Illinois and Penn State, give me Illinois. Give me the Illini. Give me the Illini on that one.
I'm taking Illinois.
Yeah, I just don't trust Penn State. I hope Louisville beats Notre Dame. Go ahead and get them out the paint. I appreciate Notre Dame's coach being black and all that, but yeah, you just wrong school.
I'm gonna take him just because the coach black. I'm taking
wrong school, my boy. And give me Kentucky for the upset. Give me Kentucky for the upset. That's an early kickoff, 11 a.m. And also another game I may have just skipped over this one. Minnesota plays Michigan. Michigan made a quarterback change, and they got that win against USC. So, I don't know. This feels real trap game-ish to me. And if I didn't mention my Miami Hurricanes still remain undefeated at 4-0, number 7 in the country. And we take on Virginia Tech at 6:30 also. So I'll have
that's a trap game.
That's definitely a trap game, and I'll definitely have the quad box going. So I'll be in between Miami's game and Georgia Alabama game and Mississippi and Kentucky game and whoever else just happens to be there.
I will pull up.
Most def. So fellas, I know week 4. Week 3 NFL season. I'm sorry. TJ, go ahead and kick this thing off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Got a dub. Big dub. Finally, goddamn. It was the Bears, but so fuck that shit. We got a dub. We needed something. Man. Caleb Williams showed up. AR didn't show up. I still.
Good Lord.
I'm being patient. I'm being patient. One of my friends back in Houston that got his, I forgot what he said his fantasy team name was, but it was something that had something to do with Anthony Richardson. And he hit me up saying that he was thinking he's about to get ready to change it because he's not doing too well there. Hold on, what he said. Okay, get Richardson or die trying. What's the team name?
Come on.
And now he said he just changed it to die trying to get Richardson. Sorry, buddy. JT went off yet again, which was great for us. We lost. No, Jalen Jones had 2 picks. We lost D-Buck last week, so it's his first game without D-Buck. But I'm just happy to get a win, to get it started, man. Like, goodness gracious, we got the Steelers on Sunday. I'm going to go watch it with my drunk cousin. My drunk cousin is a huge Steelers fan. Last time that we kicked it, the Steelers beat us on a Monday night. Last year we beat them, so hopefully I get my beer pack back.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So big dubs, go blue, go Colts.
Yes, indeed. So go ahead, Tevin. Tevin, y'all took on the Philly Birds. Y'all took on the Philly Birds. That was a very, I don't know if you want to say that was ugly, or I don't know if you want to say that was an interesting game there, but go ahead and speak on your Saints and as they ended up losing to Philly 15-12.
15-12.
That was riding high.
15.
Derek Carr was out there grabbing his meat
to 12. Oh yeah, ever since he did that, I hope that I don't want to say it, but I hope that don't change the trajectory of our season. I think he probably did get a little too cocky. Once he did that, I was like, he feeling himself. And I was like, once he did it, I ain't feel good when I was watching it live. I was like, Derek Carr, bro, it's game 2, and I know you.
Yep.
I know you. You done played for 10 years, so I know you. So you might be getting a little too cocky, but yeah, bro, he came out there late in the egg on offense. But it wasn't just his fault, bro. It could just, I don't know if it's just this person is just that good or the line, they was off. But that boy, what is his name, Jalen Carter, the D tackle for Philly, bro. Yeah. He is second year, and he looking like Donald or Warren Sapp out there in that line, bro.
He destroys game plans.
Every play, he got through the line. So, and I'm like, I know. I'm like,
now y'all did lose the center. Y'all did lose y'all center.
That's true. Yeah. So, but he wasn't even just. I don't think
he got a groin surgery.
8 weeks or something.
Yeah, he got 8 weeks to.
So that's gonna hurt. But I don't even think, I think he was moving along the line too. That's the thing too. I think he was not just nose. I think he was just everywhere, getting through every time every play they make. Jalen, I just kept hearing like Jalen Carter. He was blocking, batting passes. I'm like, bro, this dude is just he unguardable on that line, dog. And I think he only a second year, so he's gonna be. He could probably be the best D tackle already. So he was wreaking havoc, and they couldn't get nothing started on offense. Defense played great.
Yeah.
Tyrann Mathieu got a pick, got a forced fumble, got a fumble recovery on Jalen. He only threw what? Did he throw a touchdown? If he did, he only threw one, and that was at the end.
To Olave over there in the corner. I did see that one.
Not talking about Jalen. I don't think he threw one because Saquon ran that last one.
Yeah, Super
ain't throw no touchdowns. Ain't no touchdowns. Had 2 turnovers, and we lost because nobody, for some reason, we ain't think Dallas Goedert was gonna keep getting open every single play, and so we was like, we ain't gonna guard him every play. And this man, the biggest play of the game, he caught like a 60-yarder right across the middle. 2 players ran smack into each other.
3.
First of all, I was playing man on 3rd and 16. I'm like, just play a zone, stay behind, keep everything in front. I'm not even a football person, and I know keep everybody in front, tackle them, get them down. 4th down, we'll play it out. But y'all, they set themselves up. The offense stunk, bro. Like, we couldn't get nothing, no motion. But that's because I feel like Jalen was he was wreaking too much havoc on that line, dog, and he was getting there fast, and he blew up everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I wanted to make this point about TJ and the Colts there. Jonathan Taylor looked healthy.
Yeah, man.
He looks like
really
2019 or 2022, whatever year it was that the year before that he got his deal. And I'm not gonna lie, I was real salty about you and your Colts Mafia toasting up on victory.
Yeah, you seen that?
I was disgusted. I was disgusted when I saw that. Like my stomach
I was hating so much on the ground.
I had
imagine me having to sit here for 2 weeks listening to y'all. Well, 1 week for you at least. My goodness gracious, and y'all talking.
Y'all had drinks and jerseys and T-shirts outside.
Shout out her. Shout out Daisha. Shout out the missus.
Man, I'm like, man, look at them excited. Look at them. Joy,
look at them
full of joy. While we sit here and 15 to 12 and whatever y'all did over there.
Doug, I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Now, the last time y'all heard from me, of course I did say that we're going to play a JV football team.
Oh, yeah. Y'all
lost right.
Now,
that is right.
Before my comments, they had Bryce Young as their quarterback.
Okay, I guess I give you that.
I told my cousin, Lumberjack, I told him as soon as they made that Andy Dalton switch,
Worst thing that could happen for y'all.
I said, we're about to lose on Sunday.
Oh, wait a minute. No. We recorded. Because we talked about that. Because I remember asking, I said, what if Andy Dalton go off?
I said, I believe I said I could see it. I believe I said I could see it, but I know I definitely told Lumberjack, I said, look, if Andy Dalton officially plays, we are going to lose. If he starts, we're going to lose. And what did they do on the first opening possession? Went right down the field and scored 7. I said, yeah, this ain't good. This ain't good, boss. This is not good.
We ain't got no tape on nobody. You don't know what to expect. That's the bad thing about throwing a new player in. Yeah. Especially when that was good. He wasn't like my bad. He wasn't like a bad player. So throwing a good player in, you might could still do some good stuff. Saw Flacco last year with the Browns. They threw him in. He like the MVP.
Yeah, for real.
You know, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to make no excuses about injuries, but what I did not like, what I saw from our defense is with Max Crosby being hurt with a high ankle sprain, that right there, like, he was injured, but I expected somebody else on the defense to step up. Nobody else did.
That's crazy.
And we ended up losing
to Why you didn't do it?
They say that he has a knee sprain, and then he played through it too.
Yeah, we go with
so, I mean, like, it seems like the injury bug is everywhere. Like everybody. I saw it in regards to the Saints. The Saints had 6 players out today.
Taysom was out, so I think that really hurt us low key too.
Yeah,
do some Taysom stuff.
Everybody has the injury bug somewhere along the line, and it seems like injuries are more prevalent now than ever, and especially for it to be this early in the season.
Yeah,
like this is crazy. This is really ridiculous, and I don't. This is ridiculous, and I hope somebody sees what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So, some other games just to highlight. I'm disappointed in my Raiders, but hopefully we bounce back this week. As we this upcoming week we got the Browns coming in. The Browns are 1-2. They're just like us, but some other games just to highlight from week 3. I want to shout out to Jaden Daniels. He took on the Bengals, and they beat them on Monday night.
Best LSU quarterback all time?
Yeah.
What we're not finna do is that.
They play head-to-head, and he won.
That's a conversation. I think we can bring that back for next week because
let's do it.
I think Joe may have had
the greatest season
offense with like weapons.
Yeah.
And Jaden might have had the best individual performance. Because I would say that Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors, they're definitely a step below Jordan Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
Of course.
And I think Joe throws the football better, but Jaden is the better athlete. If those things make sense. So I think Jaden made his two receivers better than what Joe than what Joe could do for Jamar and Justin. Those two are...
Man, we got to bring that back. Let's do that.
I don't know. We'll bring that back for next week. Yeah, we're going to have to table that one. Maybe I should have saved that for next week.
I'll be thinking about it all week. I'm coming prepared.
The Ravens beat the Cowboys. Gus, I know you listening. Hate that for you Cowboys, my boy, but it is what it is. Shout out to Spade.
Should have signed Henry.
That's right. Shout out to Spade. Shout out to Kill. Y'all Ravens went into Dallas and got the dub. The Rams in the upset beat the 49ers. The Dolphins are just on a slide. They lost to the Seahawks 24-3, and that game wasn't close. Colts beat the Bears, as we stated. Vikings beat the Texans. That was an upset. That was an early upset.
Thank you, Vikings.
The Vikings may be for real.
Nah,
you know
for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely thought they were going to take a step back.
Before we move on, I just found out. I saw it on Instagram. Sam Darnold only 27. I could have sworn he was about 32, 33, dog. I saw that. I was like, oh, he's still a young. He's still young. So, but we kind of seeing what he could do in college. He had potential, but it looked like he got
what, 17, 18? 18 was the draft that came out?
18 sounded about right. I think him and Baker were in the same class.
Him and Baker was in the same
the same class. So yeah, he who knows, he might have hit us. He might have
found his home. The Bucks lost to the Broncos, which was an upset. Did not see that one coming. I want to shout out to Justin Fields, black quarterback, getting that dub over the Chargers. I know Justin Herbert sprained that ankle again, but it is what it is. We all dealing with injuries. Shout out to Malik Neighbors, went into Tennessee for a revenge game, put belt to ass. As the Packers ended up winning 30-14. Let's see, anything else? We got to talk about it. One of the refs just gonna put on it, replace them black stripes with red stripes. Because.
Look, you got a point, man. Shit be looking mad tricky out there.
I don't be seeing nothing.
Shit be looking mad tricky.
Great football.
He didn't see it because it's the birds. It's the ATL birds.
Oh, okay. Bad.
I saw a bunch of great football by one team. Another team did what they always gonna do.
I know one pass interference on one game don't look like the same on the next. I mean, look like the same on the next, but I ain't being called. I don't know.
It's getting real. It's getting nasty out there.
Really? Man, you can't call what you don't see.
Literally, the ref was okay. For context, God, I can't wait till we start recording and I can get. We can start putting some photos up with what we're alluding to, but visually recording, but. In the back of the end zone, it was like third down. Late in the fourth quarter, I would say under 3 minutes to go. Kyle Pitts, who doesn't do shit majority of the time when he's on the football field, he went out there and tried to. The ball was thrown to him. Literally, a Kansas City defender had his back turned to him and tackled Kyle Pitts while he was midair trying to catch the football. Kyle Pitts was tackled off the back of the end zone by the stanchion and by the goalpost. The ref is literally 2 feet from them. And he's like, hey, no call. But just the week before, the exact same play happened whenever, I guess that was Taylor Britt that hit Rashid Rice.
Got there early.
Got there a little early, but I wish I could put those photos side by side. Like, that is nasty.
Hey, man,
that's really nasty.
Great timing, bro. So great play by the D-back.
I just want to say that the fix actually might be in and the script may be real because you want to know what is real? You want to know what is real?
Israel.
The Chiefs traveled to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Okay.
November 17th. Now, as we know, Travis Kelce is dating somebody famous by the name of Taylor Swift. And if you know anything a little bit about geography, Toronto and Buffalo aren't far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift has a concert in Buffalo that exact same week that the Chiefs travel to Buffalo.
I mean, that's coincidence.
This is bullshit. and, you know,
hey, people can't have a concert in Buffalo during the week of a game no more.
This is how deep my hate runs. I
Hey.
researched all this type of shit.
I was wondering. I was like, I ain't see that news flash across.
Oh no, this is real. I do not fuck with Kansas City like at all.
Yes,
I mean, she
love
would
the
have,
consistent
but
hate.
in her defense, she would have had it at the stadium had it not been already rented out.
My nigga, she's in Toronto, like, and it's literally maybe like a 45-minute flight, like from Toronto to Buffalo.
I'm there. Don't worry
I'm
about
sick of it.
Oh, she got one in Toronto
Yeah,
that week.
that
it.
week,
Then they played the week they played.
that weekend.
Oh.
That weekend they play in Buffalo. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I hate everything that goes
Hey
on.
man, you want your stars to come out at to the biggest game, so
No.
who is
I hope somebody catch frostbite up there.
Mm.
But
as long as Rasheed Rice can't shoot that, thank you.
week four. Oh, this is gonna be a good one this weekend. Saints got the Birds, them ATL Birds,
Hey.
and
Easy work. We lost last week. This is easy, dub.
y'all get right back on top of things, huh?
Especially this is the team we need to bounce back right here.
Who at home?
Birds.
Atlanta.
Birds at home?
Going to Atlanta. You know what we do down there.
Yeah, that's New
Kirko
Orleans.
Chains might have a day.
Ooh,
Might have a day.
Coco Chains.
Tyron looking good. Tyron looking real. He looking
He
back.
look for a pick.
He looking back. He looking
Right.
back to normal to me. He looking back to normal. DeMario always ready to hit something. So Taysom should be back. I'm going to handle business, bro.
Looking forward to that one.
Sure. So let's see some of the games. Of course, TJ, you stated that your Colts are taking on Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh travels to Indy. That's another short trip.
Yeah.
Y'all might in Pittsburgh they travel, so
Yeah.
y'all stadium may be packed out with a bunch of.
So it was a bunch of
Yo.
Bears fans in the last game. I was like, boy, it's loud when they score. God damn.
So, and as I stated earlier, my Raiders play the Browns. Hopefully, we redeem ourselves because the Browns they look just as bad. I don't know who is worse, us or the Browns right now. I really don't know because we play to the level of our competition. Well, obviously not. Let me take that back. Cowboys and Giants. That's Thursday night primetime. Monday night we have the doubleheader again. Titans and Dolphins. That's going to be a poop.
Ew.
Boo.
Then the other one is Seahawks and Lions. That's going to be a little bit better.
That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Other games to note: Sunday night primetime, Bills at Baltimore. That's going to be pretty good.
Bills are surprisingly
Man, they good.
they're cutting up. I wasn't expecting it.
Don't buy it. They do this every year.
Oh, I'm not buying it, but I was.
I don't know.
I
mean, they do, but I ain't gonna lie. It feels different. This year.
Yeah, it's like
It
there's
feels
not a lot of the expectations isn't on them to be good this year. So for them to still just look good now again, they just beat up on the Jaguars. Like that doesn't really matter too much. You beat up on the Jaguars, but I'm looking forward to see what happens on this Sunday night game. I think it's gonna be a solid one.
I do agree. Hopefully Baltimore go ahead and gets that win. Knock Buffalo off that high horse because I'm not a fan of Josh Allen. I mean,
Me
he
neither.
he does dope shit, but it's just something about that nigga. I
He's
just
the most
don't
overrated
like
quarterback in the league. I don't care
Whoa,
what nobody says. He is.
man! We need to have. Next week needs to be a quarterback show. I want to talk about a lot of quarterbacks next week, all of them.
So then also the Chiefs take on the Chargers. Patriots 49ers, nobody really cares. Washington at Arizona. Shout out to Jaden and Kyler. That may be that's two Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. Vikings at the Packers. Rams at the Bears. Nobody's watching that. Jaguars at the Texans. We expect the Texans to mop the floor with them.
That might be Dougie P last game.
Eagles at Tampa. And Broncos, Jets, Bengals at Panthers. Andy Dalton, revenge game. So that's going to be interesting. So that's week 4. That is week 4. That is
Tampa and Philly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a revenge game. Philly should come out on top of that.
Might go with the Bakers, man. Now, Mike Evans got kind of clamps put on him by Pat Surtain. He got to redeem himself. Had like that boy up last week.
Yes, indeed. So as we go ahead and get up out of here and get ready to close out, y'all have anything else, bro? While we were, because Eric Eric Adams getting arrested. That's wild.
Nah, for
That's
real.
wild. Yeah. That's
Hey,
never seen
The
that.
mayor?
So that mean the feds came, dog.
Yeah, the feds came knocking.
Oh no, dog.
Imagine you being in the tank with the mayor.
Fuck you do.
that's wild. Son.
And Diddy up there, right? Him and Diddy. They got you too, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, not what they got you funny.
Shit.
Yeah, so,
I'm getting out tomorrow. Man.
anything else before we go ahead and wrap up the show?
Oh, I think my upsets this week gonna be Arizona. The college they gonna beat Utah. Got Arizona going to beat Utah, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with Baker beating the Eagles. I'm gonna take them too. I'm gonna do my upsets, but I want to do a quarterback show next week.
Definitely gonna do that. Definitely gonna do that next week. We definitely gonna table that.
The week
that
4
LSU
is a quarter
quarterback
through
thing.
this. Not a quarter.
It's a quarter of the season.
Yeah. Oh, you do a quarter report.
They fucked it up with that extra game, but yeah.
The quarter report. And that's gonna be interesting as the NFL moves over to Netflix for I think that's Thanksgiving or Christmas, one of the two. They're gonna have 2 games over there
On Netflix?
On Netflix?
Yeah.
How that's gonna work?
That,
You gotta buy it? Or you?
no, yeah, if you already subscribe.
Oh, if you already have it, you good.
yeah,
But-
if you already subscribe, you're good.
Oh, so I gotta subscribe to Netflix.
Netflix to see the game.
Oh, it's kind of like
They
Kinda like
Peacock,
like
kind of like that. I
Amazon.
already got. Okay.
Yeah, like Amazon. So
Okay.
they figuring out
Hey,
other ways
Netflix
to make this bread.
Like they got the football on.
Just those 2 games for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I'm sure that's a Christmas game though.
I'm about to say they got Thanksgiving. They tripping. That's they most eyes.
Yeah. So, but fellas, September's over with.
Yeah, man.
We got an idea of what our teams look like.
I think.
No.
Yeah, this is we got a few episodes in for us, and you know what I'm saying. So to everybody that continues to listen, thank you all so much. This has been another episode of the Perspective Podcast for TJ, for Tev, me. We appreciate y'all as always, and we out.